Now, you having fun so far? Are you feeling informed? Getting motivation a little bit? Because our next speaker is a really, really interesting guy. He comes from a very small village, under 2,000 people in Hungary. And today, hundreds of thousands of people follow him on TikTok, follow his life and his experiences. He's always had the dream to travel the world, and Forever is giving him the means and the opportunity to do so. And since he became a manager, he's already visited 16 countries. And after this Eagle Managers Retreat, he's going on a 5-week backpack in Indonesia. He's going to work on his laptop whenever he has internet, of course, and enjoying the freedom and the flexibility that the Forever opportunity offers him and all of us here in this room. Now, to tell us all about taking responsibility, please welcome Mate Bujdos. No, I don't know. Come on, Mate. Welcome on stage. Go on, give him a warm welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. My English may not be sound the best, but I learn it every day. Let me translate my own words into English and tell you a story about my cards. A story about me. I was born in 1993 in Budapest, the capital of Hungary. It was winter and very cold. I am 1 year old and I am learning to walk. I crack my head twice in the same spot. I don't think anyone looked after me. At the ages of 4, my father threw my favorite toy car out of the 3rd floor because I was disturbing him during his phone calls. At 6, my parents are constantly yelling at each other. My mother calls my father a piece of shit, packs up our stuff, and we are on our way to my grandparents in Rózsaszentmárton, a village of barely 2,000 people. Between the age of 7 and 10, my mother would regularly leave home for days. She spends time with her partner at the time, while I am at home with my grandparents. I always called her and asked her, "Mom, when are you coming home?" "I'm coming home today," she replies. I can't remember it's my grandmother or me crying more on the phone asking her to come home to me. She never came today, she promised. Maybe she didn't want to take the responsibility. At 7, I am seeing a speech therapist because I can't pronounce words properly. At 8, I spent weeks in hospital with repeat cases of pneumonia. I have asthma, a heart rhythm disorder, and they say I will be a physically weak adult. Between the age of 10 and 12, I have a foster father who physically and emotionally abused me and my mother. He never takes responsibility for his action. I am 12 years old. I have been to more kindergartens and schools than anyone in their entire life. I never had the time to settle in. I was the worst kid in the school everywhere. I got in fights and was disrespectful. I guess I didn't take much responsibility for my actions. The truth is that I was needed the attention. I am 12 when my mother leaves again. A few days later, I am asked to sit down at the big table. Everyone is crying or staring silently. I know what happened. They tell me that my mother is gone. She won't be coming home. The truth is, she didn't want to carry on living. As a child, I am thinking I wasn't important enough for her. At the ages of 12, I moved in with my father and his new family. During an argument, my father says he never wanted me to be burned. I really didn't want me. At 13, I started smoking and tried a few illegal substances for which I take no responsibility. At 14, my father, on our way home in the car, says, "Son, you are going to a foster home." He doesn't want to make responsibility for me anymore. I don't know if it's the fear of foster care or the feeling of abandonment that makes me cry. Maybe both. Finally, I fight my way to get in the school dormitory. Between the ages of 14 and 18, I gamble and waste my time using illegal substances. I don't attend school and I don't work. I study to be a liar in a vocational school. I take no responsibility for anything. I am victimizing myself and sink deeper and deeper into the depression. I have no one I really trust. I am arrogant and harsh, the kind of person that others try to avoid when they get to know me. At 17, I am making serious plans to end my life. Suddenly, a life-changing thought strikes me. I can't do this because of my grandmother. What happens to her if she loses her only grandchild after her only daughter? For the first time in my life, I am truly taking responsibility for someone and something. It's a strange feeling, but it's good. I feel hope and begin to see the opportunity in this decision. I am thinking I can no longer live in depression. I just can't. I want to gain the ability to change my life and take responsibility for who I am. I moved to the countryside and work for months in a factory. I take responsibility for who I am and what I do. I decide my life to responsibility from now on, and trust this. I will prove that it doesn't matter where you come from. On the contrary, it's a hard times that make you a strong fighter. At the age of 20, I graduate at the top of my class as a waiter. But I was sent away from my first internship, and I was told that I will never be a waiter. By the age of 22, I had graduated from full-time secondary school while working as a waiter and also cleaning toilets and washing dishes in the kitchen countless times. At 23, I was working as a waiter in Hungary's top Michelin-starred restaurant. At the age of 24, I became a real estate agent and rented a room in a small apartment. My rent was $110 in a month, and I earned $170 a month. It's not too much. At the ages of 25, I became the third best salesperson in the country in the large real estate network in Hungary. Nobody had ever achieved that in 2 years before or ever since. Within months, due to the ego of other people, I lost all that I had worked for as a real estate agent. And because of my own rashness, I lost all my money and also got burned into my job. After all that, I wanted to build a career from scratch where I could trust my leaders, where I wouldn't have to worry about backstabbing, where I wouldn't have to stress about whether I get my bonus, where I can move forward with others in a real community, in clean, ethical, and honest way. At the ages of 26, my fate brought me together with Bence Halmi, who introduced me to Forever. In 7.5 months, I reached the manager level. Two months later, I set off to travel the world. I traveled for 8 months and visited 14 countries. As a child, I had always dreamed of traveling the world, and now I was taking responsibility for the dreams of a young child. My own dreams. It was the best time of my life, and this I owe to Forever. I came home in 2022 and decided to travel less and work more. My mentor is, and I created the vision called the Freedom Project. I start to take more responsibility than ever before. Those who had put their trust in me. At 29, the team and I reached the ego manager level for the first time, and our vision became to work with our present and future leaders to change the destiny of those we partner with for generations to come. So it's been 12 years since I decided to change my life. The results of that decision, which was simply a decision, are now a miracle. I meditate every day, read, hard exercise, and eat very clean. It is a very uplifting feeling. And the truth is, the more I learn and self-improve, the more I realize how little I really know and how far I still have to go. But that's what makes life beautiful, no? Sure. The moral of the whole story, the message I want you to take home from this presentation is that when you take responsibility for who you are and who you want to be, life opens up to you and offers you everything on a silver platter. Take responsibility for your children and your loved ones so that you can give them everything they need. If the company has put its trust in you, take responsibility as a representative of forever. Yes. Take responsibility for showing people the opportunity you offer, because parents like mine and their children need this tremendously. Take responsibility for those who put their confidence in you and join you, because when you do this, you create a thriving environment in which individuals can flourish with confidence. Forever teaches those who you want to succeed and are willing to make sacrifices to take responsibility, and helps them to become exemplary leaders, like parents that every child needs. Yeah. For me, this is a great lesson of life, because all the hardships in my life have led me to this wonderful moment where I now stand before you. I am grateful to be here and grateful to be who I am meant to be. Thank you. I thank the management of the company, for the owner, and for providing you with everything for efficient work. Thank you, Rex. for conceiving forever. And thank you, my top managers, Bence Halmi, Rita Mikola Halmini, and István Halmi, for all the support I receive. I will be forever grateful to you. Eagle qualification, the future, and take responsibility starts now. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody's tearing up backstage as well. You're a true inspiration.